Welcome to the online Master of Computer Science and Information session. My name is Julie Anderson. I'm one of the enrollment specialists here. Joining me today is Tracy Souza, who is also the other enrollment specialist. The session agenda for today, we have an introduction to online learning, an overview of the programs, admission requirements, financial education, helpful resources, and questions and discussions. YU-Mass Dartmouth, we are ranked number 42 in the nation for online Master of Science and Computer Science and Information Technology by U.S. News and World Report. Quality academic experience, courses are taught by the same committed faculty who teach our on-campus teach online. And it's a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We are also a military-friendly school with leading practices in recruitment and retention of students with military experience. Why would you choose an asynchronous learning? Well, asynchronous learning, you learn in your own schedule. You have to follow the syllabus that is provided to you on the first day of class. There will be assignments that will be due, and you can email the professor if you have any questions that you have about the curriculum. And the same faculty, full-time faculty that teach on campus also teach online. The course schedules are as follows. We have a fall, spring, summer, and winter intake. Fall and spring, we have 7 to 14-week sessions. Summer, we have 3, 5, and 7-week sessions. And the winter session is 3-week session. These sessions are condensed from 14 weeks to 3 weeks. Our program is designed to support the adult learner, and you could choose how many courses to take and which semester to attend. I will now like to hand it over to Tracy Souza.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Julie. So I want to speak to you today about the computer science program. So if you have a computer science background, then you have two different pathways you can follow. You can apply for the graduate certificate first, if you'd like to, or you could just go right into the master's degree program. So if you do go for the graduate certificate first, you'll take 5 courses, which is 15 credits. And then as long as you get a B or better in those courses, you can move all 5 of those courses over to towards the master's in your computer science degree. So you don't lose any time and you don't lose any classes or anything like that. It's your choice if you want to start with 5 classes and see how you fare with that and then move on to the master's degree. Or if you already know what you want to do, then you can start with the master's degree if you'd like. The master's degree is 10 courses, 30 credits. So for those of you who do not have a computer science background, you can still get a degree in computer science. So there's a little bit of a pathway here. So you would need to take 4 undergraduate classes, and those are like preparatory classes. It's like a foundation to the house. So you need to have these 4 foundation courses in order to build on top of, so you're successful getting your master's degree in computer science. So you would take those 4 preparatory courses. The way you can do that is you apply to the graduate certificate, not the computer science degree, but the computer science certificate. And what happens is once your application is complete, it'll go over for a decision, and the decision will come back saying that you've been admitted to the graduate certificate, but you need to take these 4 preparatory courses, and it'll list the 4 courses. So you start with the graduate certificate and then you move on. You would need to apply again to the graduate degree once your certificate is done. But it works in the same exact way. All 5 credits, as long as you get, all 5 courses, as long as you get a B or better, roll into the Masters of Computer Science, not the certificate, the degree. So if you do not have a computer science background, you would need to start with the certificate. So the graduate certificate, what does that entail? So the focus of the graduate certificate, you're going to have advanced knowledge in intelligent information systems, parallel and distributed computing systems, computer networks, software engineering, neural and evolutionary computing, image processing, in data science. So for those of you, again, you can have a bachelor's degree in computer science or computer engineering. If you do not, you would need to take the preparatory courses that we just mentioned. And again, it's 5 classes. You can take this part-time or full-time. Full-time would be 3 classes or 9 credits. Part-time is anywhere from 1 credit to 1 class to 2 classes. So the required courses, they have, it's kind of customizable. So you have some wiggle room here. So you would take 2 of these required courses here, the CIS 522, 560, 570, or 580. You would pick 2 of those classes. And then you're allowed to take 3 elective courses in any 500 or 600 level. So whatever you might be interested in, you can take those classes. So the master's in computer science, again, you don't lose anything if you start with the certificate. The focus is a broad and deep knowledge of computer science with an emphasis on software development. So again, intelligent information systems, parallel and distributed computer systems, computer networks, software engineering, neural and evolutionary computing, image processing, and data science. So again, a bachelor's degree in computer science or computer engineering. And then if you don't have that, you would need to do the preparatory courses that we spoke about previously. Again, this is 10 courses, part-time or full-time. And then it's just a little bit more. So you can see the 4 required courses are the 4 courses that are listed in the computer science certificate. So you'd have to take those 4 courses, and then you get to choose again from 500 or 600 level computer science courses, and then you get to choose if you want to do a master's project or a thesis. So preparatory courses. So that's those foundation courses we talked about for anybody with a non-computer science background. So there are 4 undergraduate courses. They are offered year-round, so they're offered over the summer as well. So it's CIS 115, 183, 322, and 323. You take these 4 classes, and it gives you that foundation that you need. So you'd be programming with C, you'd be taking Java, data structures and fundamental algorithms, and then fundamentals of computer systems. So that builds the foundation you need to get the computer science degree. So let's talk about the admission requirements. So in order to apply, you would need to fill out an application. Everything is online now, so you can just go into our website here, UMass D online, and then there's a little tile at the bottom left hand that says ready to apply. You can just hit that and start the application. We do have rolling admission. So if you start the application and you haven't quite turned in all of the documents yet, we will reach out to you and we'll ask you if you want to roll your application to the next intake. So we're not closing your application. We're just letting you continue on, and we'll change your intake date. You'll have to pay an application fee. You'll have to submit a statement of purpose and a resume. And then official transcripts from all accredited post-secondary institutions, regardless if a credential was earned at that institution or not. and then 2 letters of recommendation. So when we talk about this, I want to give you some more information here. So once you submit your application, you're going to get access to your application portal. And that is where you'll see the link to pay the application fee. And then you will be able to upload your statement of purpose there and your resume there. The 2 letters of recommendation, when you're in the process of filling out your application and before you submit it, there's going to be an area where it's going to ask you to provide the name and contact information for 2 people who can provide you with a letter of recommendation. And then the system's going to automatically email them with a link that they can click that connects to your application, where they can type a letter of recommendation right there. Or if they've already written one for you, they can upload a PDF of the letter of recommendation that they already wrote. So you don't have to worry about collecting the letters of recommendation before you apply. Again, it's automatic, and we will send them the request for the letter of recommendation. The only thing that I would suggest is that you reach out to them and you let them know that you put their name down, because a lot of times the email that they are sent with the link goes into their spam file, and then they don't even know that they have a request from you. The other thing that I want to mention is transcripts. So again, I said you could upload your statement of purpose and your resume, but you cannot upload official transcripts. So an official transcript is from school to school. So what you'll do is, after you fill out the application, you'll reach out to all those colleges that you've attended in the past, like I said, whether a credential was earned or not, and you're going to fill out their form. There's going to be a form that you'll fill out saying that you want official electronic transcripts to be sent to UMass Dartmouth. A lot of the schools use a clearinghouse. So what they do is they upload the transcript to the clearinghouse, and then the clearinghouse will push it down to us, or we will go in and grab it from the clearinghouse. So if we're doing it that way, we're keeping it a 100% official. And again, regardless if your credential was earned or not, please submit it, because you may have taken one coding class, one Java class, one, coding in C that can eliminate one of those foundation courses. So that's why we ask that you turn in all of the transcripts, regardless if a degree was earned or not. So if you are an international student, the admission requirements are the same as what we just spoke about in the previous slide, but you'll have to do a couple of other steps. So if you have a degree from a different country, where your native language, the official language of the country, is not English, you must take an English proficiency exam. So I'm not talking about like, you were taught in English, but the official language of the country is not English. I'm speaking about if your official native language in the country is not English, whether you were taught in English or not, you will need to take this English proficiency exam. So you can take a TOEFL, you can take an IELTS, or you can take a Duo English exam. I know that the Duo English exam score seems high here compared to the other ones, but Duolingo is the one that you can take. It provides you with results in like 24 to 48 hours, and that really is not a high score. And I believe you can take it as soon as you sign up for it. So you don't have to like book a date and show up at a testing site or anything like that. You just pay, sign up, and take the class, and just remember to ask for an official result to be sent to UMass Dartmouth, and then that'll come over to us. Anybody that has a bachelor's degree outside of the USA has to use a professional organization, a professional transcript organization. And what they do is they will take your transcripts, and you want what's called a complete or a detailed evaluation, and they'll take each class you took and they will give you what the grade is in your native country and then convert that grade to what the grade is in the USA. And then at the very end, they'll tell you what your degree equivalency is. So if you had a 3-year bachelor's degree, it will tell us if that degree is equal to a bachelor's degree in the United States, because all of the degrees in the United States are 4 years. So it'll do that conversion for us, and it allows us to look at what you've taken and what you haven't taken, and it allows us to determine if you need to take those foundation courses that we spoke of. We recommend CED or WES. CED is based in Boston, and they provide results a little faster than WES does. So just keep that in mind. So tuition and fees. So how are we going to pay for all of this, and how much does it cost? So tuition and fees per credit, you can see here it breaks down to approximately $729 per credit. So if you go for your master's degree, which is 30 credits, the approximate cost is going to be $21,870. If you do the certificate, which is 5 classes, it's $10,935 approximately. Now, keep in mind, again, if you do the certificate first, those 5 classes or 15 credits will count towards your master's as well, as long as you get a B or better. And these also do not include if you have to take the foundation classes. So those would be in addition to taking these classes here for the degree or the certificate.
So next would be financing your education. We have several ways to do that. We have financial aid. You can go on the website and apply for FAFSA. We also have payment plans. So if you are accepted into the program, you would set up what's called a coin account, and there you can set up monthly payments, be taken out either from your checking or your savings, or you can pay it in full with a credit card. We also offer veteran educational benefits, and we do accept employer tuition reimbursement benefits. You might want to check with your employer about this because a lot of them will wait and see what grade you received the first semester before they reimburse you. But we do accept that. And we also have what's called the corporate partnership, which is 10% tuition credit for South Coast Health, Mass General Brigham's Health, and Amazon. So in your application, as Tracy explained before, there is a spot in your application that will ask if you have a corporate partnership. If you are in any of these corporate partnerships, make sure you select it so you can get the 10% tuition credit. We also have student support places that you can go to. We have the online student orientation, which is an introduction to university and online learning, available asynchronously upon acceptance. We also have the library services, research support and gathering of electronic research materials. People will ask me, why do I have library services? Well, you can go there and you can call them and ask them if there's a specific book that you might need for your class. You can always go there, or you can come to campus and utilize that. We also have now 24/7 tutoring support, which is something we just started doing. It's an academic support is available online 24/7 throughout the year. This will be in your coin account when you have the class. The first day of classes, when you log in, you're going to see this feature there. It's a great feature that we're offering. It's 24/7 for the tutoring support, and you can go there and ask questions about if you have like an essay you have to write and you want someone to look at it quickly, it will be done online for you. So you can utilize that. It's a great feature. We have the Office of Student Access. We have the Career Center where you can go for any career and employment that you are seeking after graduation. And if you want to keep in touch with us, we have our main email address, online at admissions.umassd.edu. And we also have a phone number you could call. And I just want to say thank you for all of you for joining us today. And this concludes the presentation of the master's degree in computer science.